Hey everybody, welcome back to my Disco Elysium playthrough. So in the last episode, I finished the game, and it was so out there. It was so crazy. It was not what I was expecting at all. But I did mention that because I progressed the story quicker than I would have liked to, I did miss out on a lot of side quests, and I did want to go back and do those. And most importantly, I want to get my gun just to see how the face-off with the mercenaries, like how different that would go. I imagine a lot of it would go the same, but I'd at least be able to save a lot of the hardy boys and, you know, not have all those deaths on my hand. So that's what we're going to do today. This might either be wrapped up in this episode or it might be a two-parter, and then I will be truly done with this playthrough of Disco Elysium. So there's a lot to do, so let's just jump back into the game. All right, so here we go. We went quite far back, so let's take a quick look here about what still needs to be done. Okay, perfect. So we haven't found Ruby yet. Let's see. So we can do the race enigma, dice maker, plaisance. Boy, oh boy, yeah. There's a lot here. Okay, the armored gloves. We know where to get those now. Signatures. That's the important thing because we need to get those signatures for Evrart in order to get information about where our gun is. All right, perfect.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Yes, just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of
The homosexual underground? Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate? Oh, it's a pleasure group. Or Thursday night. Sometimes everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature. Very esoteric. You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. Beautiful. Beautiful. I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look. Do think about it, officer. Absolutely wonderful.
a man like you.
Bye-bye,
All right,
Gendarme.
there we go. This is the one that I was curious about, and I didn't have enough time to get it last time, was the homosexual underground. So it looks like we'll have to unlock a new slot here, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and internalize that. So we're still doing the Wasteland of Reality. All right, so there we go. That's gonna be kind of going in the background. All these guys are still alive. That's good. That's good. Okay, so...
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of the new trap. Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of the new trap.
You look down at your hands, but they don't have anything to tell you.
Auto-cannibalistic locusts. I appreciate your unconventional thinking, officer. But really, cryptids aren't your area of expertise.
It's okay, dear. Most hypotheses turn out to be false.
Hello. Lena and I were just
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Cuno.
I think a little hooligan called Cuno may have stolen the locusts.
a little hooligan. But what would a child want with bugs?
Oh, my dear Morell. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
All right, I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up. Little gremlin, that's my nickname for my dog.
Delinquents. My favorite.
It doesn't really sound like it's his favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty. but no more field trips for me.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Okay.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it. Even if it's bugs. Morell, it's been fun. Really. But I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologise, Geary. You've been more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
He keeps the language unemotional, but it's in there. Disappointment.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
I did not want to have to talk to Cuno again, but I would like to wrap this up. The funny thing is knowing that the invisible cryptid actually does exist. You wouldn't happen to know anything about any missing locusts?
No, Cuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound.
Now hold on, no one here is lame. Just tell me what happens.
Deny everything, Cuno. You need to lawyer up.
Cuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
Okay.
Cuno doesn't fucking care.
Can I talk to her? She'll probably do the same thing, like, stay away from me.
Pig.
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
She had almost vanished behind the fence. Only the top of her hat remains.
Fuck does Cuno care? The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmy. Cuno doesn't...
So that's it. So he says he's not going to talk to me without his lawyer present. Okay. Find out the real reason why the trap was empty. Local kids might know. So these two are not saying anything. The only other kid I can think of is the little girl. Oh no, there's the kids at the fishing village, but I don't know if they'd had anything to do with that. But they are near the area, actually, so maybe those two little boys. Ah, maybe they had something to do with it.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation. Questions pertaining to a murder investigation. I was just thinking.
Who?
Oh my god, it actually worked.
What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all.
So this will be interesting to get to talk to her before she takes off. Maybe we can still take her in?
She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately.
Oh shit,
before she
okay, we
further
can.
entangles
Oh,
you
let's
in
do
her
that.
Web of lies.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it. No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy.
That's true, because it did come out later that we found that, right?
Doesn't say Klaasje Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smit.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smit, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest.
She already told us her real
past
name.
a broken sewage pipe. It's Katarzyna Lazie.
Oh, okay. Katarzyna. Okay.
It's a Grad name. Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism.
Okay, hold on. Katarzyna is not an Orange's name, is it? It's not even Mundi, it's Grad.
My parents were Zhemsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese.
Or Oranese,
All I
sorry.
remember is Oranje. Alasie is my father's name.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist
Ugh.
from the wind.
God, I'm
on the
so
roof.
fucking soft. I still don't want to arrest her, but I should because, you know, it's something
She
different.
nods,
But this is
her
different.
back straight, ready for whatever is next. She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
Plus, there's the other one. There's the volition one I want to do as well. I am running. I only have one skill point. I gotta be careful about this, though. Do I really want to pump it all to, like, learning about her? Sure, let's do it.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions. Sure.
Where is it here?
Yes, miss. I hope you don't mind. All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she paused.
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us.
Oh, no.
She slowly lights another cigarette
Shoot.
and steadies her.
Okay.
So the
She
volition
nods
one.
silently, then picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
Dang it. Okay. All right.
Lies.
Okay, let's
Yes,
arrest her.
We
No,
demand she be punished for deceiving us.
we'll
We
say, why haven't we
demand
arrested her yet?
anxiety.
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around. She
All right.
slowly
We'll leave it for now only because I want to find her information first, then talk to her about it, and then we'll see about arresting her.
The scruffy-haired little...
Yes. Yes.
It doesn't look like he knows what that means.
Okay, so nothing
The
there.
scruffy-haired little boy kicks... The scruffy-haired...
All right.
Is that the phasmid?
Oh. Oh.
It looks like the phasmid.
Okay.
Leaning against the wall.
Ooh.
It's not the phasmid. It's not even organic. It's a fire iron. How disappointing. Don't be too hard on yourself. You couldn't have known that for sure. And besides, finding this phasmid is your special destiny. You can feel it.
Mister,
Oh, here we go.
what were you doing in my fireplace?
There's a phasmid. I was trying to catch it.
Oh. Okay. Bye!
Damn it. Okay, so that was no luck with those kids. I forgot to talk to Annette, the daughter of, What's her name? Plaisance? Shoot. Alright, well, I'm kind of at a dead end there, so in the meantime... They say local kids might know. And there's also the kid... There's the son of the guy who ended up, like, who's over at the, that abandoned building that Ruby's at. So we gotta go find her buoy. West of the boardwalk on the coast. Okay.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer...
That over there must be the boy Klaasje told us about.
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut. The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
There's something in there, splashing around.
Let's sniff the boy just for good measure.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop and decay. A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae, and nothing else.
Well, damn. We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore. I have no idea. Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important,
Alright, let's see. It must have been Klaasje. Well, that's not her name. Which means she's in danger. Maybe Klaasje took them herself. Could this be related to the cryptozoologists and their little expedition? I have no idea. Let's say...
In my experience, cryptids are generally uninterested in travel documentation. We should go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
Damn, okay, well, that was a dead end. I'll try getting her signature, and if not, then at least I can forge them.
Waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help?
It's really in her best interest to listen to you. You know how the world works.
I've heard that pitch before plenty. Building this, building that, new jobs, new blood. Somehow the people here always end up holding the short end of the stick. Were you dropped on the head as a kid? You can't live off a pittance for long. Do you know who takes the cream off these deals? Real estate developers, construction companies, restaurant owners, clerks, accountants in La Delta. Have some integrity. You're an officer of the law, not some fat slug's corrupt little crony.
It's okay. She's emotional right now. Keep at it.
Damn, if only I had some more... I used up all my skill points, and unfortunately, the Volition one I was going to use for Klaasje was just a, like, I didn't even get to use that. It was a complete... I'm not going to say it was a waste, but in that case, it was a waste. Okay, let's see what else we need to do. Okay, I still need to find where to put the antenna. Oh yeah, I still have to talk to Measurehead as well. I gotta find a tape with a melody. There's so much to do still. I admit that I'm gonna be looking up a walkthrough for like these last couple of quests I have to do, just because I want to get this done before you know, I've got limited time to get stuff done, and I want to get as much of these done as possible, so I need to go into his shack. It's crawling with locusts in here.
The hisses and chirps of locusts
Alright.
fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows, like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
The lieutenant looks around, writes something in his notebook, and turns to you.
Of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a subcase of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going
You'll be eating those words at the end of this, Kim.
Oh, I'm not being sarcastic at all. We are making real progress here.
Hey, you don't like loose ends, right? We tied up a loose end.
When someone says they're not being sarcastic, it's usually a good sign that they're being very sarcastic.
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Cuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
I'll let you handle the Cuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
I guess, in retrospect, they said something about, like, asking the kids around here. I guess in retrospect, yeah, looking in his shack, he was clearly hiding something. It would have made sense, but, I don't have the brain power to think that something that simple.
Fuck does Cuno care?
The boy turns to you. He doesn't care. I know you took the locust from the traps the cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Cuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
Alright, you say you don't give a fuck about bugs and you go and build a whole bug town.
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Stop!
She wails from behind the fence, then buries her face in her hands.
You stop. It's like their fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching.
I feel like by me agreeing with him, it's just gonna make her even more disappointed in Cuno, so I'm gonna do that.
Cuno, the pig wants to help
Exactly,
you.
yes.
That's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're...
An artist. Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Did he just say I? Cuno usually calls Cuno, Cuno.
Cuno made Cuno. Cuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig. I fucking say I when I wanna, and Cuno when I wanna. Cuno's free. Cuno's free to fucking die, bitch.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
It's cool to make art.
Oh my god, Cuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let him, Cuno.
Yo, fuck you, see? Cuno can be what Cuno wants to be. Cuno's his own man. Cuno's free.
He tears at the buttons of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give way.
Cuno made himself into Cuno. Cuno can make himself into anything. Cuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Cuno can make himself into a... Cuno doesn't give a shit.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Cuno. You'll have to take me away.
So that's what this is about. Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence. For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. You got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
Okay. What does the city of Locust mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Cuno just likes to focus. Cuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck.
He turns his burning face up to the falling snow. I'll make it so lame for him and be like, fine, I'll give them, I'll leave them alone. It's not cool anymore because you made it, you're agreeing with me that it's cool.
Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Cuno City. Now it's all fucking lame. Cuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die. I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Cuno.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps? Yeah, whatever.
I feel if I tell him it's gonna be that, he's gonna be like, wait, that's
Why
cool
does
actually.
art inspire you so much?
Right, it does, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined. Have you looked in the mirror lately? To be honest, you have the exact features of the modern artist, with that wild hair and those clothes. Perhaps you should try to write poetry someday, and critique architecture.
All right, I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance.
Oh my gosh, now
No
I'm going to be an art
valid
critic on top of
representation
everything
of
else, and
social
possibly a
norms
homosexual.
as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop.
All right, wait.
Half art critic.
I
half
don't
cop.
have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all
Quit
that.
being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
No, I cannot risk another capo diversion at this point.
Bravo. Continue. Then, the mediocre and vulgar epigones of the world. So what if everything is incomprehensibly shit and you can see it? Take no responsibility. This was a good call. That guy probably thinks forensics is autism too.
I've got too much on my plate right now. I cannot be an art critic on top of everything else.
Hello, officer. I think I
All right.
almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
I had a chat with this kid Kuno. He promised to stop stealing the
So
locusts.
it was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone. A hidden worry.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
Oh, that's another thing. Maybe. I bet they're still going to probably leave after the shootout, but maybe if it's not quite such a bloodbath, maybe Lena and Morell will stay in town and we can let them know that they were right about the cryptoid, or the cryptid.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
That's just something people
Oh, shit,
tell
okay.
themselves when they fail.
Man, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation. It's not worth risking your health. You should call it a day and go home. I'd offer to help, but I have my own things to do. Damn it, maybe... Oh, I can restock the trap for you. We've come too far to quit. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this. Except enthusiastically. Kim will not be so enthusiastic about this.
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
He wants to see this tale through as much as you. Otherwise, he'd have stopped this already. But he cannot let it drag out after this.
Really? It's too much, officer.
What Morell means is we're grateful for your help.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
Wow. Co-discovery. You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Found your buoy. It was empty. Just seawater.
Oh,
Did you take the documents?
no, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
She doesn't seem to be lying. She's genuinely spooked by their disappearance.
All right. If I remember correctly, was it the guy that was living on the island? Did he end up taking those? He said that he saw her put them away. And I think they were on the island, so I think he did take them. Perhaps the people who were after you took it. I have a strange feeling it was an undiscovered cryptoid, or cryptid. I keep saying cryptoid. I don't know why that took your documents.
Cryptid. Of course. That must be it. Thank you. I feel better already. Now that I think about it, you mentioned seawater. I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away.
All right, I'm gonna be an asshole.
Lies.
Yes.
I'm gonna
we
arrest her.
demand she be punished for this.
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case.
And I'm gonna
mind games.
And I'm going to
Enough.
arrest. I'm gonna arrest Ruby this time as well.
That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless.
All right, let's see what
as
options we have. You misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd have known nothing. You're a suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That's all the reason we need. You're not playing these mind games with me anymore. You're coming in. Industrial espionage. We uphold international law here in the zone of control. Let's go with representing or misrepresenting information.
The lieutenant produces a pair
Is she just gonna
of
fucking...
handcuffs.
Why do I feel like she's just gonna jump off the roof or something? She'd be like, you're not gonna take me alive.
Please no.
Her eyes become round with fear. She tries to back her. I know basically by doing this, it's a death sentence for her, but I want to see what happens.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you.
Okay.
I can help you.
All right. What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself.
The
for
guy did
certainty.
say...
Then, in a
Oh,
hushed voice,
the shooter,
says-
I can't remember his name, but he did say that, like, he saw her looking, like, right at him when he was looking at her through the sniper, through the lens. He's like, I saw her looking right at me. I think she knew. I think she knew I was there.
gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
Oh, okay, or Ruby. Okay, why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys
Interesting,
downstairs.
okay.
She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
What is that?
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it.
This is very
Said
interesting.
there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after
So,
that,
like,
but
I know now, obviously, the truth of what happened, but if I had learned about this before I confronted Ruby, it would have just pointed even more in the direction that Ruby was behind it.
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
she said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
You know, it sounds like she was fixated on you.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened.
And it's interesting because now we know the truth. Ruby said that it was actually her idea to string up Lely.
Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
Could it be that Ruby was cleaning up after herself? That the lynching was a cover-up for her, and she organized the boys to do it?
Okay, when Ruby said there'd be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk.
Man, this is why I like
Said
coming
she'd turn
back,
my life
and
into living hell.
so much stuff I've
I've
missed.
been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked.
Like,
but
we're getting a whole other angle to this whole relationship and everything.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply.
That's cute. You're still under arrest, though.
What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
Okay, and how could she have killed
You've
him?
been through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay. And what? Arrest the liar now. Her. Stop letting her
All right, let's do it. It's all good, but I think we should still take you in just in case.
Still? After all this,
I feel bad for this, but
sir, please.
I gotta make different
It's
decisions.
a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know.
Her hand turns into a fist, slowly crushing the cigarette she's holding.
But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational.
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, and drink and dance, wallowing in shit. Just like everyone else.
All right, what other option do I have?
You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
I can't trust anything she says.
You do have the form.
My
Oh.
God, she's playing him too. Like a fiddle, sire. Who would have known?
All right. Yeah, what would have changed in 2 months or 1 month?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Revachol.
There is desperation there, in that silence. A cornered animal looking for a way out.
Maybe Revachol could be free. I could be tried in a free Revachol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
A free Revachol. There is a low, distant rumble on the motor tracks. A great machine shaking the pillars down south. Electricity runs up your spine.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
All right. What was that feeling?
It's coming.
Oh, I do like the sound of that. Another Revachol free independent. Find it hard to believe.
No. The world can change. It has changed before.
That's not the answer she was hoping for. Thought that you were some kind of patriot.
All right.
You know,
I gotta
did she?
stick with it. I told myself I was gonna arrest her. I'm gonna arrest Ruby too. Let's go.
She looks at you in silence.
I feel like she's just
her
gonna
face
jump off
filled
the
with
roof and
fear,
die.
Lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her,
Oh shit.
Kim will have to transport her.
Oh no.
You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Kim, arrest her before this drags out any longer. Let's write you a station call. If you miss it, I can't help you anymore. Okay. Guys, I know I said that I was going to commit to arresting her. Is the same thing going to happen with Ruby though? So like if he takes Ruby away, then that means that we'll be without Kim? Damn it. I hate that I'm possibly going back on. I was so committed to it, but I don't want Kim to be missing in action for a while. Okay, fine. Fine, I'll do kind of the middle thing. I know she's just going to take off. So it doesn't really matter, but we'll do that.
I won't.
She takes the slip, shaking visibly, then she collects herself.
This may have been a grave mistake, sire.
I promise I will be right here all the time, nights too. I'll help you any way I can in this investigation, and I will be at Station 41 in 6 weeks. I promise.
She will not.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath.
Oh, very low,
as if
very
in
low.
The presence of some tiger.
Okay, well, I mean, we'll give it a try. Actually, no. I will see if I have any clothes related to shivers. I've been forgetting to change my clothes. Oh, wow, okay, there. I was like, I have more than that. Shivers. Damn, I have all the shiver clothing that I could possibly be wearing right now.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
All right, this is probably gonna fail.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, damn it.
There is a mass of droplets above the planetary body, colorless, merging into one another. The sky is low and cold. You hear the distant murmur of motor connections somewhere south of here. That is all.
So, officer, what were we talking?
All right. Oh, that did not go the way I wanted it to. But I plan on doing another playthrough of this, whether for the channel or not, and I will fucking arrest her. I will. Maybe she sweet-talked me, but it was more so that once it mentioned that I'll be without Kim, possibly for the rest of the day, I was like, I can't do that. Okay, so let's move on now to the other quests or the other tasks we have to do. Oh yeah, Joyce is still here. I guess maybe I could talk to her, but I think we'll have to wait until nighttime to be able to do the whole, like, reality lowdown thing. So I guess kind of a quick, you know, since I'm cutting and I'm kind of jumping all over the place here, I'll take a quick stock of where I'm at here. So unfortunately, a lot of stuff is going to be tricky. So this one, I did this last time too, where I got stuck at this point where I have to find like a base line, but I failed the interfacing check, and I don't really feel like using my one skill point for that, so I'm not too concerned with finishing this one. This one I have to actually put the advanced race theory into an internalizing slot, so I don't really care too much about that one. Ruby, obviously we're going to wait. Now the responsibility one, I have to find a transceiver. So that's a maybe. Maybe I can do that, but yeah, the rest of them are just kind of random ones, so that's where we're at. I'm heading back to go talk to Lena and hopefully be able to finish up the one quest at least. Oh man, I was hoping I'd be able to get a lot more tasks done than's actually being done right now. But, you know, I still got some information, like that whole conversation with Klaasje and Ruby, like that whole thing with her and Ruby. That was interesting. So that's something new, but other than that, yeah, unfortunately, I haven't been able to get as many tasks done as I would have liked.
Hello, dear.
All right, I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morell?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
Her smile is weary. Earlier, the bullions has left her.
Morell still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in the
I'm
reeds.
sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
Who's gonna check the traps?
Morell will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back.
AK, I'm going to, huh?
The lieutenant stares at his shoe.
He knows what's about to happen.
He doesn't say anything.
Once more into the breach, then.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this?
All right,
It's
Lena.
like she's given up.
What's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
Answering a question with a question, for example.
I'm in doubt, sweetie. That's all. Everyone is now and then. It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer. Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream?
Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is. Like a sad young girl.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell
Oh
people.
man, this makes me want to show her the
Didn't really
picture
think
even
about
more, to
whether
be
it
like,
was
you were
real
right,
or
Lena.
not.
It wasn't a story.
Morell's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
No, so you haven't seen it. I should arrest you for lying. Jesus, that's jumping the gun a little bit.
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morell was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief made me believe too.
That I am a queen? An extraordinary witness to grace.
But now, we're both getting old and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook.
Oh
but
my
doesn't
God.
write anything.
First tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie.
But it
No,
has.
no, come on,
The seed can only bear
83%.
what's
You gotta be
inside.
kidding me.
The seed of love is black and
No.
oily. It has a taste you're
No,
quite
come
familiar
on.
with.
Lying has gotten you this far. Stop
Might
now.
be right, Detective. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I came in on our first date. If I weren't the queen
No,
of
is she thinking like their whole relationship is just based on that? Like he wouldn't have stayed with her?
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
Alright, he'd still be into you. That's not how these things work. Now I understand why you haven't told him. But no, I'll say he'd still be into you.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him?
No, I'm so mad I
I've
failed
wasted
that.
enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insular Indian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Kim's like, please listen to her.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
Okay, let's see. To hell with this. I still believe you saw the phasmid. Thing is, you're not sure you made it up either. Okay, it's a false memory. It doesn't mean all cryptids are real. Chase another one. You're right about all of it, and I need to get back to my... No, I'll say... Thing is, you're not sure you made... I'll say that.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Either way, I should go. Poor Morell is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary. Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered.
Okay.
And then a taxi home.
Alright.
It's not
Oh,
so bad.
you do that. I'll check the traps one more time.
Really?
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morell.
Oh, yes. Can I have your address in case there's news? I can send her that picture.
Okay.
Yay!
1113.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Road. Jamrock, but
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Alright. It's been a pleasure, ma'am.
likewise, sweetie.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a
waste of time.
Oh, please let that happen. Please let us have an extra thing at the end when I finish it this time, where there's like an extra scene where we can send the picture to Lena. That'd make me so happy. Please.
A dream.
Like, I worked so hard for this. Let me have this.
Like that, she drives off.
Ugh.
The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold coastal wind blows.
We should go too.
Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the felled building, rattling dusty windows, beckoning with strange coldness, to ask the wind once more.
Well, that's one done, but it doesn't feel good. Oh well.
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Okay, so this, alright, so come up with a site for a mega long wave radio antenna. So that's why I wasn't able to do it, I guess, is because, alright, for this one, I'm gonna save scum. I don't care. I want to get this done, and I only have one skill point.
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Oh wow, I actually got it first try. Of course.
It's morning. You're standing on the plaza before the whirling in rags. The wind pushes a piece of tear across the cracked tiles. From the north comes the malicious laughter of two children. Your eye follows the tiles west. You see a bench and a few twisted, pitiful trees. Then, just water. From behind you, a low, spectral voice whispers, "Nay." Beyond the unkempt backyard rises a monstrous assemblage of concrete, plaster, and corrugated sheet metal. The voice again, more urgent now. Nay, just a moment. That voice isn't human, and it's not saying nay. You turn around.
Centaur Man is made of
Oh wait,
metal.
I did do this. I think...
Right gear, we could make it work.
Okay, I did do this last time in my last playthrough. I just never actually found what I needed.
Yeah! Connect the to the lorries! Unite the whole roundabout in hardcore waves! Huh? Sounds like Egg saying you could use some of the spare cables to rig up the stalled motor lorries and increase the wavelength, which would pretty much make the old roundabout one giant antenna. One roundabout! One wavelength! Hardcore! It's gonna be the most hardcore antenna in Martin Hayes, and probably all of Revershall West. We have the amps! We have the cables! We're almost ready! Yeah! He's right. All we're missing
All right, here
now
we go, here
is
we
the
go.
transceiver itself. Soon as you find one, we'll be all set. I don't know, buy one, steal one. I don't know your cop ways.
And before you ask, no, you can't have the radio from Machinema.
All right, I think I saw a radio in the office near the harbor. All right.
Some equipment from Harbour could work. Well, maybe. If you want to pay money like some kind of money lord. Yeah, pawn shop could have one. While you're gone, me and Egg will get the rest of the gear together. Meet us back here when you got it.
Okay, let's...
All the old...
So we'll see how much is that
Hello.
radio transceiver going to be.
If I can help you with anything. A transceiver, is it? Yeah, we should have something to do the trick.
He produces a machine encased in a blue Bakelite shell. Its black face covered in an assortment of pearl-topped knobs and dials. The lieutenant whistles a long, quivering note.
A genuine Kristallsprach. This is a connoisseur's model, good for picking up foreign milieux.
The Model 9 also comes equipped with a signal purifier.
I was thinking the same thing.
to
Sounds
suppress
expensive.
crosstalk. Especially good around here with our funky reception. Well, it's not that Ilmaran surplus junk, that's for sure.
120.
We think 120 real
Oh
is
my
more than
gosh.
reasonable.
We're gonna-
You'll be back again. I've got a feeling.
I don't think I literally will be back. I can't afford that. I feel like I could sell all the clothes I have. Except I don't think he'll even buy my clothes. I could sell everything I have and I don't think I'd have enough money. Okay, we're gonna check the other options. Okay, so I did look it up and hopefully, can I get... Ruby's truck is around here. Apparently she's got a good transceiver. I think it's this one here, but unfortunately, it looks like I can't get into it. Darn it. Alright, so the other option is there is a radio in the, like, unions area. So I guess we'll go with that, because it's free. So that's better than 120 real, my gosh.
A common office radio, like any of those found in countless waiting rooms, lounges, and other semi-public spaces all over the world.
There's usually a little switch somewhere. Ah yes, it's the one that says release.
The lock disengages with a nice click. You may now safely remove the transceiver unit. There's nothing obviously remarkable about it. It's about the size of a common pasta box, with knobs of molded plastic. What else is there to say? If this transceiver were a person, it would be an accountant at a large logistics firm. Perfectly competent, but unexceptional.
I prefer a transceiver with a little more flash and style. Yeah, except this is free, so we're gonna go with this one.
I'm sure the transceiver understands, detective. Now let's go.
It's true. The transceiver appears quite forgiving.
You've surprised me more than once during the course of our investigation. But I have to say, it still seems like a remote scenario.
With its transceiver gone, the radio has ceased its persistent buzzing. It is as silent as a headstone.
I wonder, if I go into the shack... I was gonna wait until later tonight. Would I be able to do...
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum. The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this
Oh.
place to you?
Oh, okay. Let's see. My new hangout where I could silently sit, drink, and die while looking at the waves roll in. My forward base for the coastal part of the operation. It's free. It's good enough. I could live here. A possible resting spot for my fugitive. Let's go with it's free.
Waves crash onto the beach, drowning the reeds. Far to the south, a congregation gathers to a soup kitchen in a shelter for the homeless. An old woman gives out knitted scarves for free. This could have been you. This could still be you. A down-on-his-luck nobody, trying to survive. Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Revachol forever.
Okay, that was interesting.
On the table, you see...
Okay, can we do the thing now? Let's go in here. I should hopefully be able to... the white envelope. This is it, right?
You
Interact.
take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period.
All right.
And the zoning.
I'm gonna save. I don't want to risk fucking this up. I fucked up on like an 83% chance of succeeding before.
You take the legal documents out of the... With a confident flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on the signature line? Indeed, to be honest, it does look very convincing. The calligraphy is close to superb. It might as well be her actual signature. But it's not, and the document will be nullified if she disputes it. That means Evrart will have to start over. All you need to do now is mail the signatures to Evrat's accountant in La Delta.
I just have to make sure that he gives me information on my gun before he finds out that I forged it, and we're good to go. Okay, so now I gotta head back. Mail that off. Come back here, and see if that transmitter is gonna be good enough to do what we gotta do.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet hole. You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Evrart. You know he's going to play you somehow.
All right, let's go back to Evrart. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late. Yes, for sending mail.
Alright, well, I guess we'll do that now, because I would really like to get my gun. It is getting pretty late in the day.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. The golden boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and I feel I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
See, forging that signature really paid off. Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
Alright, did you order the hanged man killed?
Order it? You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself.
Why are you so fat? That's the most important question, clearly.
Glad you asked. I've got type 2 diabetes because sugar and fat was all my mother had to give me and my brother Edgar when we were kids. Good job too, as it made me ugly. And ugly people, Harry, are much better at politics.
That is true. People don't trust pretty people.
Why a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
Yeah, everyone hates them except ultra-liberals maybe, which happens to be me. I'll say, how's this connected to the strike?
Sorry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance. Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Actually, no, it's not.
Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening. No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Evrart Clare. Couldn't have done it without him.
He really doesn't know.
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
He really doesn't.
Alright, how many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
How are you going to fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samarin Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
Alright, that's just the tip of the iceberg though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperazole.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperazole is used to treat severe psychosis.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
He's basically admitting to it.
Okay, drugs are a no-go for me. I'll report this. I have to admit, it's a well-put-together plan and far removed from you. Interesting stuff. I just want to solve the murder, okay? Make sure to regulate the drug trade like this. Keeps it more out of more dangerous hands. Let's go with I just want my gun.
You know why you're such a good detective, Harry?
You don't get sidetracked? You don't know me well, my dude. Oh my gosh.
Not some systems that may or may not be unethical.
Kim probably rolled his eyes so far in the back of his head when he said, "You don't get sidetracked," as we spent like 2 days chasing after cryptids.
Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbour's turnover, just like the harbour is, but a small part of Martinez. Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight.
Well, I mean, if it has the word incorporated in it, I like it. I'm a money guy.
Yes, if you start thinking about it like that, the socialist municipal body sort of is like a corporation, isn't it? It uses corporate law. We're incorporated.
Speaking of money, can you give me more money, Evrart, please?
The ideologies here, Harry. We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big time.
Alright, now the important thing. I want my gun.
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done.
Where is it?
An old woman has it, and...
Oh gosh, is she...
Word on the street is she's a character.
Is she the one at the fishing village?
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described
I wouldn't say that woman's terrifying. So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway...
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt. Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry.
I mean, she has a gun.
An old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
There it is again. The Pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
I already have.
Oh,
Tonight,
okay. Oh, shit.
Starting 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk. A little past the fishing village.
Okay, on the boardwalk.
Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from
Okay.
2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
I mean, I gotta give him credit. He's a slime ball. But he's refreshingly honest. Yes, he was withholding information, but, you know, you gotta keep some of your cards close to your chest. I get that. But, I mean, he's straight up, but he only is truthful with me because he's confident. Like he said himself. He's like, you can go run off and tell Joyce, but I tell you, I don't care. Because, basically, like, I've already won. She just doesn't know it yet. Alright, so we got a little bit of time to kill before we go meet up with the woman at the boardwalk. So let's go do the... Hopefully we can finish that La Responsabilité before we go and meet up with her. I think I'll probably, by the time I meet up with her, it'll be pretty late. So I'll probably go and deal with Ruby the next day, and then that'll be like the final episode, is confronting Ruby. Hopefully I won't get convinced to not arrest her this time, like Klaasje did. And yeah, and then we'll do the confrontation with the mercenaries and the Hardy Boys. Hopefully that'll go better because I'll have my gun this time, unless I fuck up this meeting. And yeah, we'll finish up the game and see if there's any big changes.
Yo, man. What's on your mind? So your cop ways came through again. Impressive. Let's see what you got. An ordinary white-collar transceiver joins the hardcore underground. Yeah, this should do nicely.
A nice story to tell himself. But don't forget, it really is just a normal, run-of-the-mill transceiver unit.
All right, Lawfarer, we're ready to do this. I have to warn you, though.
Oh boy,
once
okay.
we commit, there's no stopping until we've seen it all the way through. No pauses, no second chances. This is our shot. You got it. So any cop prep you got to do, you do it now. We'll wait if we have to. How should I know? It's up to everyone to know their own needs.
Oh, okay, like make sure
Whatever
that...
keeps your body and soul in top work.
Alright, I mean, I've got a lot of healing items. I think I'm good.
At the very least, you should
Ooh,
make
good pair
sure
of gloves.
you're wearing a good pair of gloves.
Oh, for interfacing.
I'm gonna
Okay.
make sure I've got a steady supply of prep tied handy. Don't sweat that. Egg found something down near the waterlock. Some maniac abandoned a perfectly good power source.
That maniac is obviously you, which makes the power source your half-sunken Caprice.
Hey, well, there we go. It all worked out.
Right, that's your call then. Do what you have to do. Hardcore, like Egg said.
Okay, let's make sure I've got the right stuff here. Oh.
So someone's been a little
What?
boring.
You think I'm boring?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular.
You could say a lot of things about Carrie. I would not say he's boring. Kim, am I boring?
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown. He doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
Look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know.
Man, I'm all over the place. I was sad cop, sorry cop. Wait, what happened to me being the superstar cop? Am I not cool anymore?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
We're going to keep that on standby.
To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further.
Alright, let's make sure I've got the right clothes on. Alright, time is zipping by here. I don't know how long this mission's gonna take, so I gotta lock in once I do this. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this quick enough that I'll be able to also get my gun. Alright, let's get ready.
Rest of the crew has got to stay here. Can't afford to let the beat drop right as we're getting off the ground.
Much love to my hardcore antenna brothers!
Good luck, guys.
Try to squeeze in a promo spot while you're on air. We've got to start putting the word out.
Back across the waterlock. At least we are getting our exercise in today.
You can grab that amplifier, officer. And you start spooling up those cables. Maybe we can get it all in one go.
That's quite the setup. I guess we're the cops. Nobody's gonna stop us from doing this.
Just plug that in there, would ya?
Oh boy, it's already almost 11 o'clock. Shit, okay.
It's done. I believe we are ready.
Yeah, as ready as we're gonna be. Grab one of these can sets, both of ya. I've got it rigged so that we can all listen, but only your cop talk will broadcast. No idea what we're gonna hear when I turn this thing on, so be prepared for anything. Trick is to keep transmitting your request until the big bad acknowledges ya. You got that?
Alright, let's go.
We're live in 2, 1. That's your cue, lawman.
Okay, let's see. Coalition warship Archer. This is RCM Officer Tequila Sunset. Please acknowledge. Let's go with the more professional one.
You're all alone out there, wandering a blasted heath, calling out to the night. But there is no reply, except for the buzzing of invisible machines. The lieutenant looks up at you with a nervous glance. Nervous for who, though? You cannot say.
Give it another go.
Oh, oh.
Liebling. Unseren Jungen nach Redeposten. Einen dieser Dinger.
Alright, hello Archer, do you acknowledge?
Marianne hat mir erzählt, dass Oscar nicht mehr derselbe ist, seit auf einem Luftschiff aus Graz.
I don't speak German. I'm cooked. I don't know what to do here.
Psychologen für vollkommen normal. Aber sie hat das Gefühl, seit seiner Rückkehr mit einem Fremden zusammenzuleben.
You can't make out a word of this gibberish.
What does this remind me of?
The rustling of dry autumn leaves, waves breaking at a distance.
Liebling, bitte. Ist unser einziges Kind. Kann doch auch nächstes Jahr zur Akademie gehen.
Just radio spookers. We get them all the time round here. Keep trying. Again.
It's gone now.
Oh. Alright. What are you talking about, Kim? It's perfectly nice out.
I didn't say anything.
Oh shit.
Someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
An uncomfortable silence falls over the connection.
It's been a long winter. Long and cold.
Are you going to tell me you didn't say that either?
I promise you I didn't, even though it certainly sounds like me.
The lieutenant seems to wince at the sound of his own voice.
Sounds like your partner's being haunted by his past self. Or maybe he's trying to warn himself. From the future, most like. I don't know much about radios.
It's just a little bit of pale interference, detective. A little eerie, perhaps, but perfectly explicable.
Outwardly, the lieutenant exudes reassurance. But you can sense a lingering doubt in his voice.
Natürlich halten ihn die Psychologen für vollkommen normal.
You just have to embrace the spookiness. Now give it another go.
But someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Dubois?
Oh, here we go. Archer, this is Lieutenant Dubois. Can you hear me?
Liebling, bitte. Ist unser einziges Kind. Where's the master? Please identify.
The signals are getting increasingly mixed. Plucking Archer's signal from this will be like isolating a single strand from a tangle of hair.
This isn't looking good. The radio spookers are winning. Don't know. If we can't get around the interference, we're in deep trouble. Hold on. I think Ed gave me some sort of checklist. Says here, main step, volume to the max. That's not too helpful. Okay. It also says, inspect connections for hardcore clarity. So let's try that.
Alright, how am I supposed to inspect the connections?
My guess, you climb up the center.
Oh man, I'm gonna die if I try to do that. Oh boy.
Obviously interfering with them. Maybe you've got some technical law science.
This isn't exactly your area of expertise, though.
Someone has been maintaining it.
Something about this setup seems dimly familiar. But you'll be damned if you know what you're supposed to do about it. Images of your body smashed against the pavement flood your mind. This is dangerous.
Alright, let's do it. No room for doubt. Let's go.
Your gloves give you a solid grip on the metal bar. This feels pleasingly familiar.
So if I hadn't had any sort of gloves on, would I have just slipped and died?
You don't exactly cut a lithesome figure, but after several moments of scrambling, you manage to hoist yourself atop the monument. That performance was frankly an embarrassment.
We're not going to think about it.
The connection itself is nothing more than a little braid of exposed wire wrapped about the hoof of the horse. A copper fetter, it cannot slip. Truth be told, you have no idea what you're looking for. It just looks like a cord attached to a piece of metal. You pick at the colorful rubber jacketing, not sure what else to do.
Well, what's it look like?
The connections look fine to me.
Huh. I don't know what to do then.
Hang on. I'm looking at Egg's checklist. He says, if all fails, bend antenna. Narrow is the hardcore way. That make any sense to you?
What are we supposed to use to bend the antenna?
Says here,
Oh no, muscle style. I don't have muscles. My physical fitness is terrible.
good question. Maybe he's saying we're casting too wide a net. Gotta narrow our receiving band so we pick up the big bad without the spookers. Since you're already up there, I say you should do it.
The speed freak is right.
Oh no, this is bad.
Responsibility
Okay.
is yours and yours alone.
Ugh.
There's no turning back now.
Okay.
You are face to face with Philip III. The Bronze King looks toward the west. Something about his features seems bizarrely distorted.
Should I look
This
down? I
faithful
feel like
steed
that's just gonna
is in
make
nearly
me
as poor a condition as
like
its rider.
worse. I'm gonna be like, oh god, I'm up really high.
A clear night sky. The stars make for a brilliant display. Across the river, you can see the lights of Coalition warship Archer floating.
Oh, it's a
above
red
the
check. It can't be retried. Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna save real quick. I've already finished the game, so I'm gonna do a little bit of save scumming. I worked so hard to do this. I don't want to fail right like towards the end. Oh my god, I did it. I did it. Holy shit. Holy shit, passed on a 28% check. I can't believe it. Oh my god. Because I don't even know if I can quick save right now. I pressed F5, but it didn't let me know that it had saved, and I tried to go to the menu and it wouldn't let me save, so... Oh, okay.
Controlled. The swelling in your headset guides your hands as much as your hands guide the bronze horse head. It's almost like you're hearing through the horse itself.
Looks like it's working. Keep going. Just a bit more.
Nein, Liebling.
The signal is clear. The storm has passed. This is another voice, a live voice on the other end of this invisible bridge you've established.
Try it now.
Lieutenant Dubois, this is Coalition Warship Archer.
Yeah.
We are acknowledging and accepting it.
There it is. The big bad. Now be quick. I'll keep us aligned as long as I can.
There is so much you wish you could ask. Your efforts have bought you some time, but you can't forget what you're really here for.
Please be advised. that
Okay.
you're speaking on a public frequency. What is your request?
Okay, who am I speaking with? What does Revachol look like from up there? What does the more Lintern really want? What is real democracy? Let's say that one.
A very important question with a very simple answer. We want humanity to endure. Beyond that, it may be said that we are the inheritors and stewards of Dolores Day's legacy. Immeasurable. It includes interstellar travel, 3 scientific revolutions, humanism, internationalism, the welfare state, and balance of terror theory. Nothing less than the intellectual foundation of our modern order. The role of the Moralist International is twofold: to buy humanity sufficient time to perfect itself, and to patiently guide it along the road while protecting it from ideological highwaymen and eschatologians.
Alright, let's say, where does the RCM fit into all of this?
The RCM exists under the umbrella of the Coalition, just as the Coalition exists under the umbrella of the Morell Internal. At the same time, the RCM is not exactly off the Coalition. We are not that familiar with RCM lore and practice, but we believe that may be the case. As we recall, the decomptage originated with the Revacholian commune itself.
There is some truth to that.
But in a practical sense, it's the responsibility of the ethics divisions to ensure that both organizations are working towards the same ends.
Okay, why bother with the RCM at all? Can't the Coalition just run everything itself?
Because the Coalition has no interest in running Revachol. We'll succeed in our own mission the moment Revachol rejoins the international community as a sovereign democracy. The RCM is an integral piece of that project.
Who are the highwaymen and, oh god, I don't even know that word.
There are many. The communists say they are the next dialectical step in an inexorable spiral of progress. They claim to have resolved the inherent contradictions of moralism, and believe they're just one revolution away from establishing a humanist paradise. The fascists say they are both the ancestors of and the successors to Deloreanism. In other words, they believe that Dolores Day's reign simply represents a glorious phase of expansion within a greater Franco-Nigerian heritage. They criticize the DeLorean project for accepting and integrating new peoples rather than forcefully subjugating them. And then, there are our prodigal cousins, the Vazan Social Democrats, who hold our same values and have even adopted many of our same rights and iconography, though they persist in rejecting the umbrella of moralism.
For some reason, it's the Social Democrats she sounds most exasperated.
Alright, let's see. Sometimes I wonder if the communists may have a point, at least intellectually speaking. Why do you resent Social Democrats more than communists and fascists? Are there non-ideological threats to humanity's future? Let's go with that one.
Yes. Atomic war, environmental degradation, resource exhaustion, viral pandemic, supervolcanism, runaway anthropogenetic collapse. This is why it is critical for the international community to work toward peace and cooperation between nations. There's simply too much at stake.
What is this balance of terror theory?
It's an elegant idea, one of the cornerstones of the modern era. In short, it holds that durable, lasting peace is possible when the major powers are capable of inflicting unacceptable and irreversible destruction upon one another. Because no rational state is willing to accept the risk of such a calamity befalling its own people. All powers are incentivized to de-escalate conflicts before they reach the point of no return. For the most part, it has. The world is certainly not free of violent conflict, but in the modern era, we have made great strides to reduce its frequency, duration, and severity.
In what sense is the Morell intern the steward of Dolores Day's legacy?
It was established by many of the same founding party members who elected Dolores Day, and who, after her assassination, dedicated their lives to the continuation of their political and intellectual project. Let us answer your question with a question. Have you ever seen evening fall over the old town of Vesperashit?
Maybe. I've been forgetting things lately.
If you had, then you would remember. It is one of the great wonders of the world, impossible to mistake or forget. The heart of the city, the old town, is a district composed of weathered marble, comprising thousands of columns and arcades arranged around a series of grand plazas. During the day, it's a beautiful sight, equal to any of the great cities of Pericarnassus. But as the sun sets, the shadows cast by those columns and arcades weave together to form an intricate ombre lattice. When you see it, you suddenly understand. It was all built for you, for this very moment.
The name at Vesperashit means evening comes.
For you, for all of humanity. Not only that, but you are also part of that centuries-long plan. When you cross one of the open plazas, your own shadows is effortlessly woven into the great lattice work, a deliberate synthesis of humanity, art, and the natural world. Yes, it is. We grew up there. We have seen the lattice with our own eyes. She was. There are even those who say that at Vesperashit summoned Dolores Day, or that it was built in preparation for her, centuries before her arrival. That's why the old town is sometimes called the ceremonial heart of humanity. Of course, such a city does not spring from nowhere, nor does it endure without effort. Its construction was the work of many generations, and its preservation is an equally monumental responsibility.
How much time does humanity need to achieve its potential?
About 3,000 years.
Alright, say 3,000 years is just the blink of an eye. We need much more than that.
Of course, the number 3,000 represents the average of a great number of projections. The actual number might be closer to 3,250, or even 3,300, depending on the contingencies. It is, in all senses, the most moderate and reasonable projection possible based on current science.
Okay, when is real democracy coming to Revachol?
We can assure you, it is coming as soon as possible.
Within my lifetime?
Oh, most likely. Though, of course, it depends on the contingencies. You must understand, the Morell intern is responsible for ensuring the continuance and flourishing of mankind for the next 3,000 years. The planning division must account for a great many possible outcomes and chance events. Fortunately, we have contingency spreads to help guide our decision-making. Of course, there is no one spread that can reasonably account for all these possible events. But at least, we're able to prepare for the most likely eventualities.
Alright, how do these contingency spreads work?
It's not really our area of expertise, but we can try to explain. Picture a smooth hill made from fresh dirt. Now, if you stand atop this hill and put a glass of water over it, what will happen?
I won't have any water?
You're thinking about this metaphor too literally. The point is that we know only that the water will run down, but not what course it will take. If we place a rock in the water's path, will it divert to the left or to the right? We cannot say. But we may predict which way it might run in either event. That is the essence of the idea. You might also imagine these spreads as a kind of...
Alright,
with every juncture,
I don't want to rush this, but I should probably
representing a different timeline.
not pick every single option because I still have to go meet up that for to go get my gun. That's what I care about, so we're just gonna skip ahead
That's
here.
Impossible to say. It may be that Revachol has a great role to play, or no role at all. That is the nature of contingency.
But didn't the Wild Pines representative say that Revachol would resolve history?
You must understand, when we speak of contingency spreads, we are talking about the most fantastically complex data visualization human beings are capable of producing, with thousands of events, from elections and wars to natural disaster or scientific miracles, and millions of possible outcomes.
Oh shit.
It
Oh
makes
shit.
your brain swell just to think about it.
Well, that's why Noid told me, like, make sure that you got everything you need.
It may be the case that, under certain scenarios, Revachol is vitally important, as it was during the collision landings in 08. It may also be the case, in many other equally plausible scenarios, that Revachol is simply another once great city, like countless others throughout.
Alright, let's say, why does thinking about these contingencies make me feel so bad?
It's completely natural. Studies have shown that the untrained mind is only capable of considering so many possibilities in place at once, usually no more than 3 or 4. For this reason, responsibility for developing contingency spreads is only assigned to highly trained analysts working with advanced radio computers and a steady supply of drones.
How do I access my personal contingency spread?
Even though we are only a second signaler, we can tell you with great certainty that there is no contingency spread for you.
You must be mistaken. I'm kind of a star around here.
Perhaps you're confused as to the scale on which the contingency spreads function. Our concerns exist on the scale of decades, centuries, and millennia. Sometimes, we say the Morell intern worries about the future so that normal people may worry about today.
But what if I want someone else to make my decisions for me?
What you're describing is the attitude of a child. The Morell intern is not...
I'm basically that. I'm making his decisions.
Critics may allege.
But also, the RNG is deciding what actually happens.
And both are essential in a flourishing society.
Liebling, bitte. Ist unser einziges Kind.
Signal's weakening. I guess you've got about 2 questions left.
Oh shit,
Come
okay.
again? You're
2
picking up
questions
voice
left. Okay. Let's do... Who am I speaking with?
You're currently speaking with Collision Worship Archer, flagship of Insurcom forces in Revachol. No, the captain of the Archer is deeply classified intelligence. We are the second signaler.
Who are you? I need to know your name.
Our name is not important. All you need to know is that we hold the position of second signaler aboard the Elysium.
You really don't have the faintest guess what her name could be. You were never very good at this sort of thing. There's something in the way she refers to herself, always with the first person plural. A deliberate blurring of the boundary between herself and the institution she represents.
Because it's standard practice for signalers to use the pluralis officialis during the course of our duties. It's meant to serve as a reminder that we don't speak only for ourselves. For instance, as second signaler, we represent coalition mercy parter, which in turn represents Insurcom and the coalition more generally, which in turn represents the Moralist International, which itself represents the interests of 1.2 billion people across the world.
Meaning, she's the voice of all those living souls.
So when I'm talking to you, it's like I'm talking to all of humanity?
No, of course not. There are many nations outside the Morel Inter's umbrella, in Seoul, Samara, and elsewhere. At most, you might say the Morel Inter represents between a quarter and a third of humanity.
A truth conveyed, matter-of-factly, without pride or self-consciousness.
Perhaps you could say that we represent the interests and hopes of a great many people. But you could say, just as easily, that we are the assistant to the secretary of a factotum, no more remarkable than the lowest cashier of a common fleet. It all depends on your perspective.
The Morell intern is nothing like Fritz. You don't even sell booze.
That's true. The Morel Inter generally supports efforts to reduce public drunkenness. Actually, we don't even have Fritz where we're from. In Messina, they're called Averros.
Avero, SRL, is a chain.
Oh god, oh god. Ah, it's almost 1 o'clock. I gotta get out of here soon.
They are much nicer than your average Frit.
But now, we've wandered quite far afield. What was your request?
This is it.
Okay.
Final question time.
Okay.
I can already feel our alignment getting shaky.
Is everything alright?
Alright, listen, I need to reach the Committee of Responsibility.
Acknowledged. To reach the committee, all you need to do is fill out the appropriate request form and submit it to the liaison for public affairs. If the liaison accepts your request, you will be invited to address the committee at their next quarterly public
okay.
hearing. We believe the next hearing is scheduled for July.
Ah, okay. Empathy, empathy, empathy. Alright. Looks like I got one chance. One chance. Can I level up 2? Revert. What do I do? I do want to save a skill point, so I'll just I'll do that. It's still only 17. Oh no, because I need to back out of it. Oh shit. Okay. All right, let's try. The quick save probably won't work, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, please, 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 please.
What part of
all right.
the committee doesn't she understand? Time to lay it all out.
You aren't listening. I've got an urgent personal matter to discuss with the committee.
We will hear your request, Lieutenant Dubois. Although we must inform you that the committee does not typically intervene in personal matters.
That's only because they haven't heard about your problems yet.
It's this partner of mine. He's been really riding my ass. I'll say it. The thing is, I can't remember anything.
So, you're experiencing acute memory loss. We don't see how this is the committee's business.
Oh, God, here we go.
We're afraid we don't understand at all. What does this something have to do with your loss?
I had it, but now I don't, and I don't know what to do about it.
We are sorry to hear of your loss. But personal
Yeah, they're probably gonna shut me up. Be like, if they're like customer service, be like, if there's nothing else we can help you with, then we'll have to end this call. Goodbye.
Now, please excuse us while we update the.
No, I failed.
This connection will be cleared in 4, 3, 2, 1. Après le monde, le gris.
And the
Damn
line
it.
goes quiet.
I could have learned the answers to everything.
The lieutenant gives a long sigh as he removes his headphones. He looks up at you.
I think it's best for you to climb off the statue now, Detective. Your real work is done here.
There's a damp cold running up the insides of your thighs. Your legs have grown stiff. You've been up here quite a while. You look around. The strikebreakers are still shouting their slogans and waving their hand-painted signs. Beneath you, the lieutenant and the speed freak have begun disconnecting a few cables. You could stay a while longer.
No, I gotta go. I gotta go.
That time! You grab that amp, forget the cables. Need to leave some evidence of our antenna to inspire future generations.
What's one more trip across the waterlock?
Alright, Copman. We've held up more than our share of this collaboration.
Oh wait, no, it's not. What am I saying?
How much the hardcore underground came through.
I don't know why I thought it was close to midnight. It's only 10 o'clock. Or almost 11 now. I didn't have to rush it. What was I thinking? I can do simple math, guys. Whoops.
If you want to show your appreciation, we can still use your help. Egg is the one to talk to. Hardcore! Mutual aid! Sure. You have to say that now. But it's alright. I'll put this tech away later. Think there's an extra can.
I'm so dumb. Why did I think it was almost 1 o'clock? Ugh. Oh yeah, there was this as well. This happened right as I was about to start all this thing.
Congrats, you're sober. It will take a while for your body to remember how to metabolize anything that isn't sugar from alcohol. So you're going to be pretty ravenous soon. Eat plenty. You can expect your coordination and balance to improve in a couple of weeks. In 2 months, you might start sleeping like a normal person. Full recovery will take years though. It'll be depressing, and it'll be boring. Don't expect any further rewards or hand claps. This is how normal people are all the time.
Alright, -1 physical instrument, -1 inland empire, -1 suggestion, +1 psyche. Alright, so it seems like there's nothing else to do here, but that's okay because I've got to head out now. I gotta go get my gun. Said the boardwalk, right? Is this is the boardwalk? Oh shit. Okay, well, I mean, I'm glad they made it obvious where she is. The aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself, then notices you and reaches for the megaphone.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
Failure to comply.
Oh no. What if I just died here?
Officer,
I don't want her to get killed.
I am the police. Don't move. Don't move. Hands on your head.
Oh shoot, because if I didn't have the fucking crowbar in my hand. Shit.
Suspect is on the loose. Suspect at large. Officer, administer street justice at our own peril. That one extra lick with a baton or extra knee strike above was what was actually required. Suspect is under control. Suspect is under control.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing. You have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can learn crucial facts before you do. This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
It's a goddamn police shitbag. Have the pavement. You're under arrest.
She thinks she's a police officer. Try treating her like a police officer. A lower ranking police officer.
Oh, here we go. So there we go. If I pull rank on her. There we go. Double Evrart Harrier Dubois requesting your sidearm for inspection. Yeah, patrol officer, you're in gross violation of the RCM Code of Conduct. She hesitates, looking around in confusion. The 3-barreled pepper box wavers in her hand.
In this moment of hesitation, she almost doesn't seem disturbed, but like someone suddenly wakened from a deep sleep.
Alright, patrol officer, I have to sign you up for a disciplinary hearing.
Easy.
With a swift, coordinated move, the woman slams the megaphone against
Jesus.
her lips and
I shouldn't have done that.
a trickle of blood runs down her chin. She doesn't notice it.
Officer compromise. Unlawful impersonation. Pigs en route.
Okay.
Okay.
She's actually more agitated.
Oh no, okay.
My bad.
Alright, alright, let's try it. Please, please, please. Ooh, okay.
This is how we do it. You hurl the tear bag in her face, already darting right, and immediately close the distance. Left hand grabs the barrel, right one breaks the wrist. No, that won't be necessary. Look closer. The
Okay.
gun, all 3 barrels, red and blue light shining through. It's not loaded.
Oh shit, there's so many ways I can go about this.
My god, I think you're right.
Oh, let's... Go ahead, pull the trigger, I dare you. Alright. Oh god, how do we go about this? I kind of want to say, go ahead, pull the trigger, I dare you.
Suicide back home. Let's take a decision. Eat lead, scumbag.
Oh my god.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
She looks devastated. Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
Great gears are grinding to a halt. The machine is powering down. She's all out of jolt.
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Whew, okay.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this. Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8. And loneliness. Could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her?
Okay, I'll say I'm sorry this is how life turned out for you.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without the gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
Alright, let's say... She'll be fine. No, I'll say Titus sounds like the man for the job.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry.
Shit.
It's late, and they might have already gone home.
Damn it,
but I
okay.
think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more. The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours. The lieutenant nods. The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
I didn't even know I was missing that. My goodness. I am a disaster. Alright. Shit. Unfortunately, I did this too late, so we might not be able to finish this one. But, oh well, that's something. Now, I have my gun, but do I actually have bullets, is the question. Equip this when times are most dire. Like, can I even get... Could I get a bullet? Would just having the gun be, like, enough of a, like a deterrent? I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. Ah, damn it. Okay, I missed out on my opportunity for that. That sucks. Hopefully tomorrow. So for now, we'll let Kim go to his room, and then I guess maybe I'll go back to Joyce, see if she has anything to say, and then we'll, call it a night. Oh, right. I guess I gotta pay for a room.
Hey, Was there something you needed?
Well, well. Bringing in that new bird.
Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real.
I know that was a lot of money. That was most of my money, but I don't want to go all the way back to the fishing village. I don't care. Wait, I'm dumb. I have to go back to the fishing village anyway. If I was gonna... Damn it. If I'm talking to Joyce. What? It's okay. It's okay. I'm almost done the game. Hopefully I don't need that money for anything. It's fine. Actually, let's check, we got that cap, right? There you go.
Let's. I am glad to have been of assistance.
Alright, so unfortunately I didn't get any new information about reality, but...
The waves are beginning to die down.
28%. Okay. Okay, first, I'm gonna save. And now, I'll see what clothing I might have for suggestion. Okay, so not really much for suggestion, but...
to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down.
Let's try it.
Simmer down, bastards.
You
Hey,
think
it worked.
more of that after a man died at sea?
What do I do then?
What if I told you it is actually possible to go on a date?
I literally just got sober. I just did the thing with the Empire one, right? Where it's like, you're sober now.
Before recorded history, men and women were able to do simple, very primitive things together sober. Acknowledge the situation and keep it basic.
I'm a drunk. Don't know if you've noticed, so I usually ask people to drink with me.
I have, and I don't really.
You just want to go for a walk.
Aw.
What kind of a monster doesn't want to go for a walk?
This time,
Walks
though,
are innocent.
I thought I'd ask you for a walk.
Just a walk? I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator.
All right, is that a yes, ma'am? Is the walk happening?
Where would this walk take us, officer?
Nothing creepy, strange, or out there. Keep it airy and simple.
Okay, there's a nice view on the beach I found, Land's End.
All right, I will walk with you. But you need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just walking.
Just a good old-fashioned walk. I like it.
Me too. It's been ages since I just had a normal conversation with one of you guys.
She means men.
All right, I'll go put the kids to bed and we'll meet at Land's End in 15 minutes.
She doesn't wait for an answer. You better get ready.
All right, I gotta get to Land's End in 15 minutes. Okay. Oh, geez, she just, like, teleported here. Okay, hi.
The woman gazes steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again, tousled, wild. She brushes a few stray locks from her eyes, and only then spots you approaching.
Aye, so here you are. It's late and it's raining. Water is cold. Ice cold. Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what the locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
Across the rusty water, that's La Delta, the financial district. In the mist-covered distance, towers rise as a rebuke to the poverty of this coast.
Right, you seem surprised I made it.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments.
All right, it's a rock star thing, tardiness.
Aye, you're the starriest of them all.
Her laughter is throaty and warm. It rhymes with the waves and the cries of the gulls.
Here it comes.
Now she says as she turns back to the sea, the weather begins to clear under the steady gaze.
So fast as to make it seem like the weather turns at her command. Say nothing? Well, now there's silence. She's looking at the sea. You hear yourself breathing. You should say something. Anything. Maybe the Tequila Sunset.
You know, a past incarnation of myself called himself Tequila Sunset. I wonder why that is.
It's a common Revacholian expression.
Oh.
Means drinking yourself to death.
Oh.
Oh, indeed.
Found a corpse recently. He'd had a Tequila Sunset moment.
And what about you? Keeping the name?
Right, I'll say... Harry's my name. I don't need any others.
Well then, Harry.
The remains of the dying sun.
Hey! Just as I'm having a date with a woman, homosexual underground thought has completed.
Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers, fragile looking in the shimmering air. River Esperance flowing into the bay.
Isn't it strange for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us? You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset, when the water is warmer.
The sun also falls on the Capeside tenements and war-torn ruins. An old sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast over everything else, shaking you out of your reverie. The sun does little for the dead, and those hopelessly lost in their own minds, or people living in desert climates with sparse vegetation and little drinking water.
Is that why you named your boat the Sun?
Oh, that was a bit of pride and a bit of superstition.
And a bit of conceptual unity too, it being yellow and...
I'm not sure desert people are happy with too much sunlight.
Now you're just nitpicking. But I concede, maybe desert people sometimes disagree.
There's salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skuas, grit of the sand and the green glint of broken bottles. But still your gaze always returns to the dazzling streaks of light, wherever they may be reflected, their opulence.
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are, for absolutely no reason. It's unlike no other powerful being. Certainly no powerful organization or government.
This is what I'm sure she would want to hear. A long and passionate political tirade on a first date. And I'll say, well, something's got to be on our side.
I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team.
Maybe some general remarks before you say something big. Work your way up to the cool.
All right, do you wish you were... So who do you think killed the hanged man? This isn't a date. This is me just trying to get information out of you. Do you wish you were out fishing right now?
I always do. I like it. It's like being on another planet, a water planet, with water worries and water joys.
The wind ruffles her hair, silver streaked in the moonlight.
There's an interesting lilt in your voice.
Thank you. I'm half Ubi. My mother was from Ubi Sunt. Not a lot of sun there, I hear, though I've never been.
The wind ruffles her hair, silver streaked in the moonlight.
All right, let's try. Let's try and say something cool about the sun.
Here we
go. Oh my gosh.
To cap this off with style.
Okay. All right, the only fault with the sun is it shines on us as well as our enemies.
That it does. But then, we are also enemies to our enemies, hey? And so she shines on us. The cops and the commies, the killers and the saints. You know, the wind's gonna pick up soon, and I have to go, but...
She takes her sword out of the scabbard. The blade reflects the sunlight, a dark orange.
Have this.
Holy shit, she gave me her sword.
Sounds good.
What? Oh my gosh.
Things.
Are you sure you don't need it?
No. Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me.
All right, do you think we could do this again?
Doubt it. But thank you for the company.
This is as far as it goes with her. You'd need to put a year between you and your last drink for anything more.
All right, thank you for coming on this walk with me.
Farewell.
That was nice. And I got a cool sword out of it. Sweet.
As she walks off, the wind picks up, and the light from the sun seems to fade. The crumbling silhouette of failed electrical
I know,
R&D
tomorrow.
towers in the
Well,
distance.
I guess technically today, because we are now into the next day. I need to get some sleep first. Hey, the Homosexual Underground. What a way to finish the episode.
Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours? Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing.
Should I tell Kim that?
Sexuality.
I'm sure he would appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's
What?
no way of telling from within.
Can
your
I get Kim killed before the end of the game? What?
Please say you didn't.
What? Stopped obsessing about sexuality. Amazing. All right. Can I tell that guy? I doubt he's still at the Whirling in Rags, but can I let him know and be like, hey, I had my thoughts about it, and then my thought is, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about people's sexualities, including my own. I'll definitely tell Kim about it tomorrow. Oh, wait, before anything else, can I equip? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. There we go. I mean, it feels like it fits with the jacket, right? So, if I'm holding the sword and the gun during the confrontation with the mercenaries, surely that won't go poorly. I'll just be so intimidating and badass that they'll have no choice but to stand down. Okay, he's still here. Excellent. Can we tell him?
Hi again, Gendarme.
No. Oh, I was hoping we could let him know that we finished
Bye-bye,
our thought. Okay. He's gonna wake up in the morning and be like, where did you get a sword from?
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it. The room behind your closed eyelids is familiar now. The only home you've ever known. Its darkness gathers. The last thing you hear is the wind blowing in through the broken window. Then something comes. A kind of sleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Great, this is gonna be really chill.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people. And then forgets about it.
Okay, so I'm a murderer and that's bad.
Hear that? He doesn't even flinch. Iceman doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Blackwater, under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
And the air will smell of apricots.
Of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay. Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. So unfortunately I wasn't able to get all of the tasks I wanted to do done, but I got a good amount of them done, and I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better about completing some of the tasks, and now with that, we are going to leave it for the next episode, which should be, I imagine, the final episode, because I don't know how much more the story is going to change. I feel like it's just going to be very minor changes after this point, but I'm gonna try and make sure to actually arrest Ruby and change something, and we'll see how the confrontation with the mercenaries and the Hardy Boys goes, hopefully better this time. And yeah, that's gonna do it. And I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the episode, but I will be going away next week on vacation, so unfortunately there will be no episode of Disco Elysium or any of my other playthroughs next week. So there will be a week delay before the finale of Disco Elysium for now. And then after that, we'll have to, I guess, vote on what game I'm going to be playing for my next Let's Play series. So keep an eye out for that. You guys can vote on what the next Let's Play series will be when I release the final episode of Disco Elysium. Not next week, but the week after. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned next time for the conclusion to Disco Elysium. Until then, bye. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Emily Hornsby, Henry98, Lynn's VA, Kenju Storm, iCognito, and Sean.